Hi there, this is Lee McQueen, and I'm making this video because sometimes I have concerns about my own view, and I feel like I need a second opinion. And I'm still feeling the burn, and I've been burned so much and so hard that I have a really difficult time viewing Hillary Clinton as an alternative. And so I said, maybe another woman can give me a second opinion and I'll be able to evaluate it with a little bit more objectivity. And so I said, you know what? Maybe it'll be a good idea to consult with the other woman running for president this year. And that's Jill Stein of the Green Party. And so I just said, what does Jill Stein of the Green Party say about Hillary Clinton? How can I feel reassured that Hillary Clinton is just another form of Bernie Sanders? As if there's only one Bernie Sanders. But anyway, let's just play along with this. So I'm consulting with Jill, and I'm learning some things from an article that Jill has said, for instance, that while Donald Trump has spoke of deporting immigrants and refugees, Hillary Clinton's already done that. Trump says he wants to, but Hillary's already done that. She's opposed refugees, women and children from Honduras, and that refugee crisis was actually partly Hillary Clinton's creation because she gave the thumbs up to a corporate coup in Honduras, and that's created violence that made the refugees want to flee in the first place. So Hillary's already done what Trump's only been dreaming about doing. So I'm just trying to stick that into my evaluation and see what it means and how I should be viewing it. But I'm going on and I'm learning that Hillary Clinton has also created refugees in the Middle East with all the authorizations for military action through the State Department, where she's made these decisions in Libya and then created refugees and destroyed homes, killed innocents, and, again, things that Trump's only been dreaming out loud about since this primary season. Hillary's already done that. Most of those refugees are fleeing destruction caused by our military. And so, Jill's saying that Hillary Clinton's got a massive record on militarism. She thinks that we're rushing towards war with Hillary Clinton. And so, in her foreign policy address, it was so confusing because Hillary Clinton kept saying that Donald Trump was crazy and was just triggered, thick skin, and had a quick trigger and shouldn't have his fingers anywhere the red button or has the nuclear weapons codes. But then she said that she chided Donald Trump for not wanting to interfere or engage with the world on a military standpoint. So, which one was it? That's why I'm, consulting with Jill Stein. I'm like, someone knows, it's all confusing when Hillary says it. And so, we're talking about environmental controls and how Donald Trump is planning to ruin the environment. But isn't Hillary the one that promotes fracking all around the world? So I just don't understand, what am I missing here? The terrible things that we expect from Donald Trump, or, we've been terrorized into thinking it's going to happen, it's already being done, according to Jill Stein. I mean, records speak for themselves. Um, Donald Donald Trump has said a lot, but then Hillary Clinton is the one who's done a lot and has bragged about her long record, her qualifications, and her experience. So then we have to ask, experience with what? Hmm. But anyway, Jill Stein says we shouldn't fall for the propaganda. And I'm going to go with that. I'm saying, you know what? We shouldn't fall for the propaganda. And I think that's going to be my view when I see or hear mainstream media news. I should not fall for the propaganda. I should look very carefully, not at what people say, but at what they do. And that's just in general good advice. Good advice. Okay. So I actually admire Jill Stein for stepping up as a woman to do what Elizabeth Warren should have done. Um, Elizabeth Warren should have and could have at many opportunities confronted Hillary Clinton on her record and her ways, and then also her behavior, that bent and twisted contribution to the concept of feminism. I do believe that Elizabeth Warren could have taken that on many times during this primary season, and maybe should have, but it turns out that it's Jill Stein who's playing that role. Um, Clinton's team kind of explains that bent, twisted contribution to the concept of feminism, um, the overwhelming repulsion that the electorate has shown for Hillary Clinton. They explain it and have explained it by claiming that Hillary Clinton is not a natural politician, that she is more like a policy wonk in the vein of Al Gore. But no, I'm going to say that actually policy wonk is not Hillary Clinton. That title is and always will be forevermore Al Gore. Al Gore is the policy wonk. I mean, we've got the policies to back that up. We've got endless C-SPAN loops that back that up. We've got a whole movie to back that up. And so Al Gore is the policy wonk, but he did not repulse people by being a policy wonk. He bored them at the most, and then gave them information at the least. And so policy wonk, I don't think is the excuse that's needed to explain how people feel about Hillary Clinton. And besides, I mean, Bill Clinton and Barack Obama were also policy wonks. The difference is that they had charm and charisma. They drew people to them. They are people magnets. So they're policy wonks. It's just they are have charismatic personalities to kind of make that policy a little bit easier to deal with. Um, Also, Bernie Sanders is a policy wonk too, who also draws people to him. So I don't think the policy wonk excuse is really gonna fly. You know, Elizabeth Warren is a policy wonk too. She's disappointed people, especially this primary season, depending on which side you're on. But she is a policy wonk, particularly on economic issues, and it was actually her who tutored Hillary Clinton on economic policy. But again, Elizabeth Warren does not repulse people, so um, that's just not going to fly. Okay. And even so, I mean, Donald Trump is not a policy wonk. He's the opposite. But he is a people magnet. He has charisma. He can engage. He is a narcissist, a circus ringmaster, but he does draw crowds. Whereas with Hillary Clinton, you see half empty gymnasiums and, you know, maybe her staff is there, and I don't know. I mean, I'm just going by what I see. Um, and it makes people question, like, those 3 million votes, the delegates, the super delegates, how did such a base of support build itself if this is what we see? And the answer is possibly, well, mainstream media firewall that's protected Hillary Clinton, Wall Street money that has funded Hillary Clinton, and then the political cronyism which supported Hillary Clinton through the primary season. Well, actually, at the beginning, she started out, far ahead in the superdelegates, political cronies, party leaders, insiders that she's built up over the years. And so that's Hillary Clinton's support base. You don't see them in the gymnasium, maybe, or maybe you do, but you don't see a crowd of people drawn with no skin in the game who just want to hear a good message. You see people who are supporting her because they're going to get something back. Okay, so the other excuse that I've heard from mainstream media is that, well, her team, who tells mainstream media this, who then prints it and tells the world this, um, uh, well, the reason why Hillary Clinton's unfavorables are so high is because she's been in the public eye for so long. And again, I'm just looking at that like, well, Bernie Sanders has been in the public eye for 32 years versus Hillary Clinton's 25. And even before then, he's been like out in the community, building coalitions and working for social justice even before he took office. And so, basically, but let's just say 32 years, Bernie Sanders has been in the public eye. And that's policy issues, public debates, votes, um, statements to the media, camera appearances, um, all this in the public arena, and he still remains highly favorable over Hillary Clinton. So I don't view that as an excuse. But the last and final, or maybe it won't be final. I'm sure there's more in that trick bag. But let's just say, it's because she's a woman. That's what this is all about. And I just keep thinking, well, wasn't Barbara Jordan a woman? Ann Richards? Elizabeth Warren's a woman. There's women in the public arena, women in power, women of influence, that just have not experienced quite this level of unfavorability. But, I mean, for some, it's actual loathing. And we just haven't seen it, except, Leona Helmsley, maybe, Corazon Aquino, Sarah Palin. I mean, that's what the level is. And, all of these that afflict these women are actually character issues. It's not an outside force, it's an inner force. And so the problem lies within. It's no one else's fault. I mean, there's all these excuses, but I mean, the voters, the electorate, the citizens can see and sense that something is deeply wrong, something dark and frightening and not understandable. It's we can see it, we can hear it, we notice it. It's not something that can be hidden. Um, by the way, I'm going to recognize Jill Stein for daring to step up and confront Hillary Clinton. I'm still very much disappointed with Elizabeth Warren's refusal to assist Bernie Sanders in Massachusetts, for instance. Um, Even while Bill Clinton violated electioneering laws at the poll sites in Boston, I mean, Elizabeth Warren was like, well, that's all right with me. She could have endorsed him. She didn't. She could have campaigned with him. She didn't. It was just like whatever. And Bernie lost that state by a single digit. I just want to say, where was Elizabeth Warren when it counted? Um, and also, while Hillary Clinton was accusing Bernie Sanders over and over and his supporters of being actual sexist. And that he's not, we know that he's not, but for sure Elizabeth Warren knows that he's not. And then, same question, where was she when Bernie Sanders needed someone to assist him in defending his record on women? Where was Elizabeth Warren? I mean, she just kind of stood to the side and watched. I don't even know what that's about. Maybe that's above my pay grade. Um, but, for Jill Stein, I just wanted to say that you've shown courage, because it does take courage. It's not easy to battle with Hillary Clinton. It's not easy for anyone, just ask Barack Obama. Um, but, definitely Hillary Clinton is used to this kind of warfare. She likes it. Again, that's her life. She's about it. That's how she gets down. That's how she, enjoys herself. She likes to fight. So, I mean, I'm just going to say, like, she started her entire political career campaigning for segregation, and then attempting to disqualify black voters in Southside Chicago on behalf of Barry Goldwater. Been downhill ever since. She continued that career by laughing about a child's rapist beating a polygraph. That was funny to her. That child that Hillary laughed off was physically violated and destroyed on the inside to the point that she cannot bear children. So, and this is a woman who threatened into silence and politically threatened and socially destroyed women violated by her own husband. And so, I have to ask Jill, are you ready to take her on? Are you actually ready for that? Are you up for it? Are you up for this? Hillary Clinton is a different type of person. She's not like you. I don't even know what she is, but she does not play by normal rules. Barack Obama prevailed against her, but he did have unique factors on his side. Even so, he had to capitulate to her and give her the Secretary of State job, maybe first crack at the Democrat nomination for 2016, and maybe some of the things that we don't know about and don't want to know about. So, can you do it? Can you do what needs to be done and campaign against Hillary Clinton? Bernie Sanders ran as a Democrat. He's part of Hillary Clinton's own party. He did not run as an independent. So he's playing the inside game. He's adhering to Democrat Party rules. Basically, he's Martin Luther King in this revolution. But you, Jill Stein, you're the Green Party. You're playing the outside game, which makes you Malcolm X. Trump, you can handle him because he's actually the lesser evil. But I'm just saying, what about Hillary Clinton? Can you handle that? That's the question. And I hope that you can. I would love that because I think we've reached a point that something needs to be done. So, it may be Bernie Sanders at July 25th when we finally know all the information about the FBI criminal investigations and the superdelegates and how they want to vote. But after the convention, let's say it's August 4th, you're in Houston, you're the Green Party nominee, and you are the opposing candidate against Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Can you do it? I would love it if you could.